Hey, your buddy Peace and Harmony here with you here today. Entitlement and the narcissist. Are you kidding me? Entitlement and the narcissist. The narcissist and psychopath are people who absolutely positively feel that they are superior to others. They absolutely positively feel that they are special and unique in the way that they are. And they absolutely positively feel that everyone else is really about that big. Why do they have this sense of entitlement? We don't really know. Why do they feel that they deserve to have special treatment? Why do they feel so arrogant that they're deserving of all sorts of people who would just succumb and serve their needs? Why do they feel that they are so entitled? It is just part of their personality disorder. It is part of their personality physiological makeup. It is biologically hardwired in them to feel that they are superior to others. It has often been stated that in the psychopath, since they lack no real sense of conscience, sense of right or wrong, it gives them an ability, a superpower, to do things and get away with things that the ordinary person could not normally get away with. So, for example, most people would feel very guilty if they were to damage public property. Most people would feel horrific if they were to just go and burn the American flag. I mean, these are all acts of betrayal. Most people would feel horrible if they were to kill another person. I mean, this is what I'm trying to get at. There are certain and that is your conscience coming into play. Most people would feel terrible injuring a small child who's crying. Most people would feel terrible if a car hit an old lady and an old man trying to cross the street and they didn't want to slow down, so they just ran them over and hit and run. Most people would feel bad if they cheated on their spouse. Most people would feel bad if you had embezzled from a company. Most people would feel bad if you spray painted all over your house some sort of profanity about your spouse. I mean, it's just, it's the spectrum. They are way far on the spectrum of feeling, because they lack certain physiological abilities, which is the ability to have empathy, the ability to have a conscience. Since they're lacking in these certain human qualities or characteristics or abilities, since they're lacking in these abilities, they know, really, that they are a little bit different from most people. For example, it's been said that the psychopath, when they begin into their teens, they realize that they don't have the same emotions. They don't laugh at the same things. They're not connected to people the same way their friends are. They kind of see that they're a little bit different in this way. They see that maybe people get upset if they call out others' names, or if they hurt them, they hurt their feelings. They see that people won't generally steal things, public property, and try to get away with it. They realize that other people have certain moral limitations, and they really don't feel anything. They just literally don't feel like they've done anything wrong. And so this lack within them, this lack of morality, this lack of empathy, this lack of conscience, permits them to go much further and in terms of destroying other people than most. I mean, if you were to have, like the Bernie Madoff of the world, I mean, there's a psychopath, there's, a narcissist who's able to destroy so many people's lives and just really doesn't feel like he's done anything wrong. I mean, they continue to do it time and time again. That's why they have this sense of entitlement. That's, I believe, the root of why they have this sense of arrogance. They literally feel that they're better than others. They have this charm, they have this way with words, they have a certain look about them that they feel that they can charm other people, like a snake charmer. If you've ever seen an Indian snake charmer, I mean, they're able to tease this cobra and just make it compliant, make it docile. That's essentially what the narcissist and psychopath is doing. They're enchanting their prey. They're getting mind control over their prey. They are basically manipulating them with the tools, which is like neuro-linguistic programming. They're finding a way to do that, and it's not right. It's a misuse of power. However, you know, if someone does have that ability and they were using it for good, for example, someone who's a profound speaker, someone who's a very inspiring leader, someone who really gets us to work for a good cause, you know, that's using your abilities for good. That's using your abilities for progress. That's, you know, true leadership, true inspiration, you know, uniting people for a common cause, for good, making progress, making solutions, you know, getting rid of problems, getting rid of struggle, you know, resolving these issues, making things work, making things flow. You know, this is using certain abilities towards good. However, the narcissist and the psychopath, with their abilities or their lack of abilities or their lack of conscience, they're able to decipher this, and then in turn they use their abilities or lack of abilities for evil, what I'm going to call evil, which is destroying other people, living a lie, and really you know, bankrupting people emotionally, and they will stop at nothing. I mean, it just continues. That's their personality by design. That's their essence. That's who they are. And you've been through a life lesson in having been with these types of people, and I'm very sorry that you've had to go through this. I'm very sorry that you've had to go through a lot of grief and emotional distress and trauma, and that it's really gotten your life off of track. I'm sorry that it's, you know, been such an emotional challenge, and that you've, you know, lost a certain amount of time and dignity with this person, but it can be retained. It can be restored. Oftentimes you feel very hopeless after these situations, especially if it's a family member, especially if you're married to this person, or if this person is a parent. Oh my God, how horrible. I mean, to be inflicted with this type of criticism and judgment for years and years and decades, and not being able to see with your own eyes, you know, life. I mean, it's just a horrific thing. And as I've said before, I feel it's almost criminal. I mean, the degree to which it is hurtful of people, and its impact on the economy and healthcare. I mean, it's just so widespread, the degree of hurt that it can cause. So I totally get that. You've got a friend here in your healing process. I get that without a doubt. I get that, you know, really more than you know. It's so important to come to the other side of it and realize all the good in life that can be enjoyed by you. And, you know, the narcissist and the psychopath, they feel so entitled. They feel such a grandiose sense about themselves. It's just how they are. They've been that way their entire life. They're going to be that way continuing. They're going to seek to destroy other people, other innocent people. You know, you don't want to continue to watch their news flash. You don't want to continue to hear, you know, who else they've destroyed or what they've done. You don't want to witness that. And as hard as it is to walk away, because we feel like we're walking away from as a bystander, and we feel so helpless that we can't do anything to help those people around them, and we can't help ourselves. I mean, that's the huge injustice. And unfortunately, all you can really do is move on with your life and begin to surround yourself. Tell your story, yes, and begin to bond with other people who, you know, can hear you, but who aren't so wounded. We have to learn to heal the wound. The wound is going to be there for a while. The wound is going to be open and, you know, sensitive and painful, and it's going to get infected, and you don't want to continue to re-injure the same place, which is what I really, really hope to help you accomplish. the wound is going to be there, but it can heal, and it can heal completely. And to get there, it's going to take some work, and that's the goal of this channel, is to take step by step, little by little, and start healing this to the point where it's completely healed and resolved, and you're feeling whole and strong within yourself, and not living out of guilt or having to take care of these people. There are other types of relationships. There are other ways of existing in the world, and you are going to begin to find out what is right for you. And it's going to be a wonderful journey once you discover and stay with it and do things like your recovery journal here that we're little tools that we're giving you here. Once you begin to work these tools and begin to give yourself permission to heal and to enjoy life and live in a sense of safety, because chances are, if you've dealt with a narcissist or a psychopath, you've been dealing with a lot of chaos and a lot of fear and a lot of intimidation and a lot of threat and a lot of abuse and all these things that are just weighing negatively. That can be removed. We're learning here on this channel to remove these from you, from your environment, and getting to the point where you're beginning to feel safe again. Not stupid, not naive, but wise. Peace and harmony here with you. Peace out. Please subscribe and share these videos for more great tools, support, and discussion. Peace out.